Hi, my name is Don Bellrive. I'm the inventor of Superswim, and we're here in Naples, Florida at the Waterworks. This is Debbie Duvall, who is the director of therapy here, and we're going to do a little presentation on Superswim. It's a swimming system that's world-renowned, but it has a particular area that we want to expose in the medical aspect of it. Debbie, how long have you been using Superswim?
We've been using the Superswim for about 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Well, how did you come to find out about us and choose us?
Well, 4 years ago we decided to build Waterworks, and with the budget money that I had to buy equipment, I started looking at equipment. I wanted to use my resources as best possible. I was intrigued by the Superswim. We bought the system, installed it, and we've been using it ever since, and it was a very good investment.
Right. We're going to go inside now and kind of give you an idea how the system is being incorporated into rehabilitation in the Waterwork facility here, and we hope that in some way through this video it'll help you understand the product and possibly encourage you to get involved with the product and use it. We'll go in now, and Debbie and I will meet you inside. Just to give you a little idea of the deck fitting, this particular fitting goes right into the concrete. We have 3 other types of fittings. A handrail fitting that would clamp onto a ladder or a handrail in the facility. We also have a portable water base. The pole is removable, and we can see that here. Pole can come out. The deck fitting is permanently installed. The belt has a drain hook, goes onto the pole. It's a simple entry into the belt, goes around the waist, hooks, and you're ready to use the system. So it's a very versatile system, very easy to use, and offers a wide range of different exercises, different therapy movements. This facility has used this product for a long time, and they have many different ways they use it. But for the most part, we're just trying to give you some idea in this video how this product is used and the value of the product in a facility like this. And John, if you want to just kind of go around here and show the facility, give us an idea of what kind of pool area this is, and basically you see a lot of apparatus on the deck. You see Superswims in different areas on the deck. So we will go ahead and show you a little bit of the facility here, and then we'll be finished.
I'd like to introduce Manfred Brucella. Several months ago, the artery that feeds his spinal cord broke open, and he wasn't expected to live. It virtually paralyzed him from thoracic level 11 down. He could no longer walk. He lost the use of his lower abdominal muscles and his legs. He's been a patient here for several weeks now, and we have been using the Superswim with him, and in just a few minutes we'll show you how we use it to improve his physical condition. We use it for cardiovascular training for him and to help strengthen the muscles that he does still have available to him. He loves working in the water. He's become more independent. He now drives himself to therapy. He does live alone and needs the barest minimum assistance for some of our transfers getting into the pool. And he loves the Superswim. Manfred is now hooked up to we're hooking him up to the Superswim now. As you notice, we use a lot of different flotation with the Superswim. He has a belt on to support his low back. Because he has some sensitive skin, we've also put a little towel between the belt and his skin. He's got delta bells in his hands and flotation rings around his feet. This floats him level so that we're not straining his back, neck, or shoulders. Right now he's working on shoulder movement to strengthen his shoulder abductors. What the Superswim is doing for him right now is basically just kind of holding him in place. When we have several people in the pool at one time, it's really nice to be able to move the way you want the patient to move or direct their activity without having to look behind you every second to see if you're getting in somebody's way. So it holds him in one place. The other thing that the Superswim is doing for him is it is giving him resistance. If you notice how the pool, we're trying to make him work his arms hard enough that he's putting a tug on the pole, which Don can probably explain better than me, but it does give resistance and makes him work harder, at the same time holds him pretty much in one place. Now Sylvia is assisting Manfred with the use of Aquaflex paddles. You can see the amount of resistance he's able to put on the Superswim at this point. She is holding him slightly to keep him from coming into the wall too much. Oh, and actually now she's not holding him as he gains more control. But this is holding him in one place and giving him resistance. She's basically just verbally coaching him at this point. This is the only way, working in the water, that Manfred can do a good cardiovascular workout, which is really vital for his health. He made it through a surgery. He now has a long life expectancy if he takes care of himself, but he's got to maintain his cardiovascular system, which is a special challenge. And the Superswim is one way that he's going to be able to do that. This patient is Rick Wobe. He had a very bad fracture of his left talus, and after the cast was removed, we put him in the water, and we've been working with him on stretching and strengthening his left ankle. And right now, Sarah, one of our therapists, has him on the Superswim, and we also are using a kickboard and flippers, and he's working to strengthen his left ankle, also his left knee, which was injured in the accident. And as you can see again, he's a pretty strong guy now, and he's putting a lot of resistance on the Superswim. We do have several other people in the pool right now, and this is keeping him basically again in one place. And if for no other reason, the Superswim can be used in a therapeutic pool, which is often kind of small, helping to contain your patient in an area that you need them to be in the right depth, in the right position to work the way you want them to work. Okay. This is Christy, and she's in our wellness program. She has an inflammation of her tibialis posterior tendon on her left foot. She just ran the Chicago Marathon last weekend and came back with her ankle very inflamed. It's a really good way, the Superswim is a really good way to rehab injuries of athletes that can't get out there and run on the land or pound their knees or ankles on the ground again. And she can work out here in the pool, again with the Superswim giving her as much resistance as effort she puts into it, and she can continue to do her running while her tendon heals. If she continues to run on land, her tendinitis is only going to get worse.
Here we are in Dr. Ruggieri's office, one of the leading cardiologists in the state of Florida. Dr. Ruggieri, how did you first come across Superswim?
Well, I was traveling through southwest Florida when, I forget where it was, but it was in a major resort where I saw a few people using the Superswim, and I was intrigued by the ingenuity and thoughtfulness placed into the product. It seemed like these people who were, I remember it was a woman about 40 years old who was using the Superswim, and I began talking to her, and she said, you know, I've been using Superswim now for 6 months, and what was taking me 30 minutes for an exercise, I've cut down to 10 minutes, and I feel a lot better. And so she said, would you like to try? And I did, and I became hooked. It's just a wonderful experience.
Great. Dr. Ruggieri, how long have you been using the Superswim product yourself?
Well, I don't use it often, but the times I do use it, I find it a wonderful exercise experience. And you have to understand, in the practice that I have here, I get up at 5:30 in the morning and get home about 8 o'clock at night, and I just wish I had the opportunity to use Superswim every day. And when I'm retired, I certainly will make that an objective. But I manage to use it maybe 3 times a week now, and because of my limited time schedule, I'm able to get a really good workout in 15-20 minute period that otherwise would have took me an hour. So it's a great feeling to be off the Superswim once you get started.
And Dr. Ruggieri, how do you believe this product can be used in assisting patients in cardio rehab?
Well, it's a good question. The Superswim has a lot of advantages for people who have a history of heart disease, and I can give you 3 right off the bat. The first one is that the buoyancy factor with Superswim lends someone to expend the least amount of energy to maintain their support over the water, and as a result, they're able to concentrate and to fix their energy on certain muscle groups to strengthen those. That's the first thing. The other thing is a lot of my patients who have heart disease also have limited exercise ability because of arthritic conditions or other medical problems. So the amount of energy that they would otherwise put in, say, for running or jogging or biking, they're not able to do it for a long period of time because they're limited about their physical capabilities. Whereas on the Superswim, they're able to do more in a limited amount of time because there's less resistance on the joints and other muscle groups.
Would you recommend Superswim to your patients?
As far as recommending Superswim to my patients, it's really high on the list, just as any well-balanced diet and exercise program for any person who has any kind of heart condition, period. People have to understand that one of the major causes of death today is coronary artery disease. Something like 250,000 people die each year of heart disease, and this society lends one to having high cholesterol diets, poor exercise, etc. With the Superswim, not only are you getting out in enjoyable environments like in a swimming pool to swim, but these people don't have to worry about bicycles and running on the road and joint problems and complaints. I mean, it's an enjoyable experience, it's an enjoyable exercise, and it doesn't take much time. And I think that once they get the experience of using a Superswim, they'll be hooked on it, and it'll be something that they wish they did a lot sooner. The only problem I have, I wish the product was available 10 years ago, but we're working on it now, and I think it's going to be one of the major success stories for the upcoming millennium.
Dr. Menning, how was first Superswim introduced to you?
I became aware of the need for a type of exercise that would allow me to spend maybe 15 to 20 minutes of aerobic exercise without a lot of expense and involvement. And I had a friend who introduced me to Superswim and demonstrated this to me. We were able to immediately get into a program where we could practice whatever swimming stroke we wanted to with this instrument. And with this, we were able to continue our aerobic exercise without, again, a big cost, without a major time involvement. And I think that's what I've found most favorable about Superswim. I have a busy schedule. It's hard to get time to exercise, and this allowed me really to focus on my conditioning, and with the side benefits of not having my joints hurt me. Like if you do a lot of running or jogging, your joints tend to bother you. Superswim avoids this because it's an exercise that moves the entire body.
Great. Dr. Menning, how do you believe that Superswim can be used in assisting your patients in rehabilitation?
Many of our patients have had major surgery, hernia operations, major abdominal surgery, and for this reason they cannot get back into their previous jogging programs or weightlifting programs to condition their body. Swimming, and especially the use of the Superswim in a swimming program, allows them to become into an aerobic program, and allows them to exercise all the joints, all the muscles without stressing those joints.
Great. And finally, Dr. Marion, how would you recommend Superswim to one of your patients?
Again, having personally utilized Superswim, I can say with great authority that it's going to help our patients, again, with their overall conditioning. It will speed their recovery from surgery because they can get back into their program much quicker without, again, the stress on the incision or on their various muscle groups. So I found it very easy to tell patients about this, and I've found that they're very receptive when they realize they can use this instrument without a great deal of cost. It's available to them in maybe their gym. This is where I find I can really help my patients.
Dr. Joseph Angelini, a successful chiropractor practicing in the greater Fort Lauderdale area, is a specialist in the treatment of sports injuries.
I'm glad you're feeling better. I'll see you too. Okay, bye.
As an active athlete, he highly recommends Superswim, both personally and professionally.
As a chiropractic physician in Pompano Beach, Florida, we treat many different ailments in our office. Sports injuries and joint-related injuries are very common in our office. Hydrotherapy is highly recommended. The Superswim is a perfect match for hydrotherapy. Therefore, we recommend the Superswim to rehabilitate an area without having the effects of gravity or a weight-bearing position. We not only recommend the Superswim in our office, I also train on the Superswim and have one in my residence. As far as a total health and total fitness device, Superswim is highly recommended.
We enjoyed putting this video together and hope that in some way we can influence you in how the product works and where it's being used. We're in hospitals and therapy facilities like the Waterworks. Many professionals are using the product, and we hope that this video will spark some interest on your behalf, and you'll look into us as far as being a piece of equipment that will be viable and open up more pool space for you. Yeah, Superswim has been on the market for 11 years. We're in over 30 countries. It's a proven product. Going into the rehabilitation and medical aspect of the product, we've had many doctors and therapists using the product. And the reason that we put this video together is to help you understand our system and encourage you to get in touch with us and to find out more about the product, and we can help you get started in using it. And it's just been a lot of fun and a lot of enjoyment for us getting this video together, and many thanks for everyone who has participated in the video. Give us a call.